Hey guys, Reiko here. So this is beginner Ashtanga Yoga. So introduction to Ashtanga Yoga. So we only are going to go through only up to the half of the primary series, and then also we're gonna kind of cut back just a little bit of the closing series as well, so to make it a little bit shorter and a little bit more sustainable for those who are a little bit newer to Ashtanga. So Ashtanga Yoga practice is a traditional sequence, and every time you come back to the class it's a set sequence, so you can explore and you get deeper and stronger into each pose. I've been practicing 5 years of Ashtanga series, but it gets deeper and deeper every time. Each pose gets deeper and deeper every time. But understanding the foundation and kind of like starting off with understanding the sequence is actually important, so you can start your home practice, right? And a big part of the Ashtanga Yoga is first Ujjayi breath. So start to breathe through your nose and bring the air into the back of your throat. Constrict a little bit of the passage of your throat so that you can create the sound like this. Really bring in a nice long air into your chest, and keep your breath in your chest, not to your belly. So the reason why we want to keep your chest expansion is that in Ashtanga Yoga practice, bandha engagement, I'm going to explain a little bit, it's very important. Bandhas are the energy lock and a little bit of a contraction of your muscles to keep the energy kind of locked in the body. The first lock is called Mula Bandha. It's the really bottom part of your torso, and so the perineum muscles. So those are kind of squeeze inward and gently and kind of close, and just kind of think of it as a holding, holding from going to the bathroom. Really feeling like an inward energy towards the center of your body, and really subtle engagement, right? So that's Mula Bandha. And the second one is Uddiyana Bandha, pulling your lower belly in and finding the uplifting energy here. So lower belly is always contracted and kind of strong because your Uddiyana Bandha is engaged, right? So in order to maintain that, you want to breathe into your chest. So just kind of think of it to bring it into the entire capacity of your lungs, but don't bring it into your belly. So belly is strong and stable in Ashtanga practice, okay? So just keep that in mind, and we're going to go through that standing standing sequence, and just only half of the primary, the first series. There are 6 series in Ashtanga Yoga, and the second series and even the first every entire Ashtanga first series is pretty challenging physically, right? And the second series and third series becomes a lot more challenging in terms of like arm balances and all that kind of stuff. So primary series is called Yoga Chiquita. It's very healing and also strengthening practice. A great practice to create that strength in your core, entire body, and then also create the flexibility. Also great to create the internal heat to detox your body. And so just kind of keep your breath going. That's going to be the engine for your internal heat. So keep that going. And enjoy your practice. Stand at the top of your mat, bring your hands together. Start to breathe really deeply through your nose. Next, inhale, bring your hands up to the sky. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, bend your knees, hinge at your hips and fall. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale to your chaturanga, hands down, feet back, bend your elbows, straight back. If you need to, bend your knees. Untuck your toes for your upper facing dog. If your back is tight, cobra. And then exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Look at your belly button and really feel your breath. Rotate your shoulders away from your ears. Activate your hands. Open your finger pads so wide and push your hips back up. Good. Keep breathing so deeply. Activate the arches of your feet. Push your hips high. And exhale, bend your knees. Step to the front of your mat. Lengthen halfway, lower belly in. Exhale for a fold. Inhale, roll up to the sky. Touch your hands. Exhale, Samastitihi, hands back to your side. Inhale, reach up. Inhale all the way. Exhale, hinge at your hips.
Lengthen, full breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. One exhale. Untuck your toes. Full breath, cobra or upper facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Strong 5 deep breaths in your downward facing dog here. Now look at your belly button. For the Ashtanga practice, your downward dog is slightly shorter stance than regular vinyasa practice in order to activate your bandha, your mula bandha, uddiyana bandha. So mula bandha is your perineum muscle. The center of your muscle right at the bottom of your torso is squeezing inwards to find a nice internal in and up feeling. Lower belly, uddiyana bandha, pulling inward and upward once again. Now keep that and keep pushing your hips back to the sky. Okay, inhale to hike your heels. Exhale, bend your knees. Step or hop to the front of your mat, lengthen half. Exhale, fold. Roll up, full breath in, look up. Exhale, hands back. Samasthiti. Third one, ekam, inhale. Do it, exhale. Trini, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Pancha, inhale. And Sat, exhale. 5 breaths for 1. Strong Ujjayi breath. 2, equal lengths into your inhale and exhale. 3, 4, 5. Hike your heels, inhale, exhale, bend your knees, hop or step to the front of your mat, lengthen halfway. Exhale, 4. Reach up, full breath in. And then exhale, Samasthiti. 4th, ekam, inhale. Do it, exhale. Trini, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Bend your elbows. Pancha, inhale. Sat, exhale. Lower belly in. Activate your bandha and bring your gaze to your belly button to round your back a little bit. So addition to the shorter distance in your downward dog in Ashtanga, you really want to activate your core by rounding your back just a tiny bit. So rather than just sticking your chest out, curl your spine just a tiny bit and to look at your belly button. Keep your lower belly and tucking your tailbone under. Tailbone is actually facing down. Then you're going to neutralize your back just a little, push your hips back. That's it. Hike your heels high. Exhale, bend your knees. Step to the front of your mat. Full breath, inhale. And exhale. Reach up, palms touch. Exhale. Samasthiti. Last one. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Lengthen halfway. Exhale, chaturanga. Untuck your toes. Full breath in. Exhale, down dog. For 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Hike your heels. Exhale, bend your knees. Step to the front. Lengthen half. Exhale, 4. Roll up. Full breath in. Exhale, Samasthiti, back to the center. Surya Namaskar B. Bend your knees, tuck your tails, hands up, inhale, chair pose. And then exhale, hinge at your hips and fall. Lengthen half. Exhale, chaturanga at 1. Exhale. Untuck your toes, full breath into your upper facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. You're going to immediately step your right foot to your right thumb. Drop your left heel down. Warrior 1 just for 1 breath and look up, palms touch. Exhale, hands come down. 1 exhale to your chaturanga, bend your elbows straight back. Keep your belly strong. Untuck your toes. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Immediately put your right foot down, left foot forward. Warrior 1 breath into your chest. Exhale, hands down, vinyasa. Bend your elbows straight back. Untuck your toes, full breath in. Exhale, down dog. So you're gonna stay here for 5 breaths. So this is called Surya Namaskara B or Sun Salutation B. The first 5 sequence we did was the Sun Salutation A. So this is the B position here. Little bit faster pace to raise your heartbeat. But in this 5 breaths in your down dog, you're gonna refine the length of your inhale and exhale. And 5. Hike your heels. Exhale, bend your knees. Step to the front of your mat. Lengthen half. Exhale, 4. Bend your knees. Chair pose. Just 1 inhale, palms touch. Exhale. Samasthiti. Back to the center. Bend your knees. Inhale. 2 more rounds of this. Exhale. Hinge at your hips. Lengthen half. Exhale. Chaturanga. Untuck your toes. Exhale, down dog. Step your right foot, left heel down, warrior 1. Full breath in, look up. Exhale, hands down. Bend your elbows. Untuck your toes, full breath in. Exhale, down dog. Step your left foot forward, right heel down, warrior 1. Inhale. Exhale. Elbows back. Untuck your toes. Exhale, down dog. 5, strong breathing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hike your heels, bend your knees, hop if you can to the front, lengthen half. Exhale, 4. Knees bend, chair pose, hands touch, 1 breath in. Exhale, Samasthiti, back to the center. Last one. Bend your knees, inhale. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Lengthen, 4 breaths in, and exhale, Chaturanga. Untuck your toes. Exhale, down dog. Right foot forward, inhale, palms touch. Exhale, hands down, bend your elbows. Untuck your toes. Exhale, down dog. Left side, left foot forward, palms touch. Exhale, hands down. Untuck your toes. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths. 1. Tuck your tailbone. 2. Push your hips back. 3. Rotate your shoulders away. 4. And 5. Hike your heels, bend your knees, hop to the front of your mat, lengthen halfway. Exhale for 4. Bend your knees for the last one, palms touch. Exhale, stand up. Good job. Padagustasana. Bring your feet open at hips distance here. Inhale. Would you like so bend your knees a little bit for a fold. Now go ahead and grab onto your big toes. Peace fingers come underneath your big toes. Thumbs come on the top of your big toe nails. Inhale your chest forward. Now exhale, you're going to bend your elbows out to the side. Belly touch your thighs and relax your head down. Now, if your hamstring is tight, you can keep your knees bent for this next 5 breaths. If you're okay, go ahead and push your hips up, straighten your legs. But don't lock your knees. Core engage still and relax your neck. For 1. Elbows out to the side, not forward or back. 2. So you have a really nice back. Pull your shoulders back in so you have lots of space between your ears and your shoulders. Already 4. And 5. Lengthen. Inhale, gaze forward. Padahastasana, you're going to slide your hands underneath your feet. Your toes going to be touching your wrists now and really massage your wrists. If you need to bend your knees even more, inhale, chest forward. Which will exhale, you're going to draw your head down. Keep your back long. And this time, you're going to shift your weight onto your toes for the next 5 breaths. So you feel like you're going to tip over. That's when you want to activate your core. Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha, both of them are activated. So feel the center of your energy and pull your lower belly in and slowly shift your way forward. It's okay. You're not going to go anywhere even though you tip over. So just, get away from this fear and then just slowly tip over little by little. That's it. And 5, slowly release your chest forward. Release your hands to your hips and slowly reach up to the sky. Stand up, inhale. Exhale, feet close. Good. Trikonasana, Uttita Trikonasana, triangle pose. So you're going to step your right foot out to the side. Point your right foot out to the back wall. And reach your right arm out. Drop your right hand down towards your right big toe. Grab onto your right big toe with your peace fingers. And reach your left arm up to the sky. Okay? So if this is not happening today, go ahead and grab onto your right ankle. And turn your chest a little bit towards the sky. Keep your right knee, left leg completely active. 5 breaths here. So keep constantly bringing the crown of your head and tailbone away from each other. You have a really nice long spine here. Keep your core very strong. Turn your rib cage towards the sky tiny bit. So you have a tiny twist happening in your torso here. Just 2 more deep breaths. Keep your right knee not locked, but really active. Quadriceps active here to lift your right kneecap up. That's it. Back to the center. You're going to lift your chest up to the center. Pivot your feet out to the other side and drop your left hand down to your left foot. Reach your right arm up to the sky. For 5. 4, look up towards your right fingertips. 3, 2, and 1. Find a nice little twist. Lift your chest up to the center. Now you're going to turn both of your feet to face towards the right foot. Drop your left hand to the outside of your right foot this time. Now you're going to turn your chest to the right. Reach your right arm up to the sky into your Parivrtta Trikonasana, revolve triangle. Keep both of your legs completely straight and twist from your torso. Reach your right arm up, gaze up. For 1. Keep twisting from the center of your back. Your chest is twisting, but keep your hips square to the front as much as possible. 3. Both of your legs very active. 4. And 5. Hands come down, look down. Reach your left arm out to pivot over to the other side. Drop your right hand down this time to the outside of your left foot. And turn your left shoulder up and reach your left arm up to the sky. Look up towards your left fingertips. Now keep both of your legs really strong. Both of your legs are completely straight here. If you cannot touch the ground, it's okay to use a block in these poses. Just slide the block underneath your right hand. And it's also easier for you to bring your hand to the inside of your foot. 4 breaths here. Just a couple more deep breaths. Keep breathing so deeply through your nose. And gaze down. Come back to the center. Inhale. Exhale, Samasthiti. You're going to come back to the center, feet together. Good. So we're going to go into Uttita Prashabhukonasana, side angle. Step your right foot a little bit wider than the last time. Point your right foot out. Bend your right knee. Drop your right forearm down to your right thigh. Reach your left arm alongside your ear. So this is the first step here. You can stay. If you can go deeper today, drop your right hand down to the outside of your right foot, outside. Now open your right knee out constantly and squeeze your right knee out to your right arm. Turn your chest around towards the sky. Pull your rib cage in and straight your left arm alongside your ear. Your left arm is not decoration, really active arm to really find a strength in your side body. For 5. Keep opening your right knee out to the side. 2. 3, 4, 5, stand up to the center. Bend your left knee. Left side, drop your left arm down or come down all the way to the floor. Reach your right arm alongside your ear. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Back to the center, stand up, and you're gonna pivot all both of your feet to face towards the right leg, and you're gonna drop your left knee down to the floor. We're gonna twist, Paravarita Pushpokonasana. You're gonna stick your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Drop your left hand down to the ground, reach your right arm up to the sky. So this is step A. Step 2, lift your left kneecap off the ground. Yeah, you can stay here, or if you can go deeper to the final expression, you're gonna drop your left heel down to 45-degree angle, just like a warrior one leg, and move your right arm alongside your ear. This is your revolved side angle, really deep twist. So do what you can do today. Just take the step by step. Turn your chest towards the right side for 5 breaths once again. Already 3, 4, 5. Gaze down and slowly come back to the center. To the other side, drop your right knee down to start with. Hook your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. And drop your right hand down with your left arm up to the sky. So once again, you can stay here or tuck your back toe under, lift your right kneecap up. Activate your right leg. Or drop your right heel down 45-degree angle. Eventually, right palm comes down completely flat. And reach your left arm alongside your ear. Really deep twist, amazing detoxification for your spine and into your internal organs. 5 breaths here. Already 3, 4, and 5. Gaze down. Come back all the way to the center. And then exhale. Samasthiti, you're going to come back to the center. Good job. Wide-legged for a full Parasarita Padottanasana. Open your feet wide, about 1 leg distance. Pigeon toe in, so your feet are parallel to each other. Okay. Now inhale, chest up. Would you like so keep your hands to your hips and slowly go ahead and drop your head down towards the ground. Bring your hands down towards the ground. Once you touch the ground, go ahead and walk your hands back. Okay, so your fingers keep pointing forward. You're gonna walk back. Now you're gonna bend your elbows like a chaturanga. Eventually you're gonna bring the crown of your head down. Keep breathing here. You're gonna have the 5 breaths here once again. Now just be careful if your back is rounding so much. Go ahead and move your feet in a little closer to each other so you're in a just nice distance that your head is touching, pressing the crown of your head down, but your back is completely straight. If that's not happening, you're going to open your feet a little bit wider so you can bring the crown of your head down. The focus here is to really stimulate the crown of your head here. So try to adjust your stance as much as possible. Again, if you cannot do that, that's okay. Just bend your knees a little bit, relax your back a little, but keep contracting your lower belly. Activate your Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha here. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, comes to the standing. Reach up. Exhale, release. Inhale, open your arms out to the side. Exhale, hands come to your hips. Inhale, chest up. With your exhale for a fold. Do the same thing here. You're going to bring the crown of your head down. Keep your core strong and back completely flat as much as possible. So press the crown of your head down. It's a really great exercise for your core. Shift your weight onto your toes, not your heels. Activate your inner thighs. 3 more deep breaths here. 4, 5, chest up all the way this time. And then exhale out. Inhale, open your arms out to the side. Exhale, clasp your hands behind you and rest your fingers. Pull your shoulders back with your next inhale. Exhale, do the same thing for a full. And this time you're going to bring your hands over your head. Bring your hands towards the front and just really squeeze your shoulder blades. Keep shifting your weight onto your feet and keep reaching your hands away from your body. Opening your chest, opening your shoulders. 5 breaths again. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly come back up to the center. Release your hands with your exhale. Inhale your chest up only. Hands keep to your hips. And then exhale, fold. Bring your hands to grab your big toes with your peace fingers. Inhale, chest comes forward. And then exhale, bend your elbows and bring the crown of your head down. You're going to put the crown of your head down once again. You're going to bend your elbows out to the side, not back or forward. So you're really activating your back muscle, broadening your back. Keeping your shoulders in so you have lots of space between your ears and your shoulders. Pull your lower belly in. Already 4 and 5. Good job. Inhale, chest up and pause at the halfway. And now exhale, hands come to your hips. And slowly stand up with your inhale, exhale, samastitihi, back to the center. Good. Okay. So now we're going to go into your forward stance and bring your hands behind you. And you're going to bring your hands together behind your back into this reverse namaste. The heels of your hands together and pull your elbows back. Now, if this is not happening today, don't worry. Just grab onto your opposite elbows. Now, step your right foot out behind you. Turn all of your 10 toes to face towards the back of the mat. Inhale your chest up. Keep both of your legs strong. And then with your exhale, slowly keep your back nice and long. Bring your chin towards your shin. It's a pyramid pose, but you're keeping your hands behind your back. So rather than relying onto the flexibility, you're actually squeezing your inner thighs together, activating your legs, keeping your core very strong, but at the same time breathing to have a nice length in your back. Your drishti, your gaze point is to your toes. 3 more deep breaths. 4 and 5. Roll yourself up. Inhale. Exhale, pivot in. Left toe point out to the front and right foot. And inhale your chest up. And then exhale, bow forward. Keep both of your legs super strong. Inner thighs strong. Keep your hips strong. And chest forward, chin down to your shin. 1, 2. Use your hands to bring your chest even more forward. 3, 4, and 5. Good job. Reach your chest up. Release your hands. Come to the top of your mat. Samastitihi. Okay? Standing balancing pose here. Utthita Hasta Padagustasana. So you're going to bring your left hand to your left hip. Go ahead and lift your right knee up and grab onto your right big toe with your right fingertips. You're going to kick your right heel out to the front here. Okay, so if this requires a stretch for your hamstring, if this is not happening today, go ahead and bend your right knee, grab onto your right knee. Then do this sequence with your hand to your knee the whole time. Inhale here. With your exhale, if you have your grip on your big toe, you're going to use your core, round your back a little, bring your leg a little higher, bring your forehead to your leg, forehead to your right shin. And you're going to stay here for 5 breaths. It's okay to lose the balance. Come back to this. Press your left big toe down to the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift your chest up, but keep the grip onto your right foot. You're gonna bring your right leg out to the side to open your hips and bring your chin to your left shoulder. Do this at the same time. Stay in this position for 5 breaths. Keep your hips very active and drop your right hip to the level of your left hip. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to the center. Inhale. Exhale 1 time. Just bow forward. Now inhale, chest up. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Grab onto your belly. Grab onto your obliques and lift your right leg up completely straight. If you are bending your right knee, straighten your right leg. Don't lean back. 5 breaths. 1. Keep the crown of your head high. Tall and nice and long back. 3, 4. Use your psoas. Lift your right thigh. And 5. Bend your right knee. Relax your right foot down the other side. Right hand stays there. Grab onto your left big toes or your knee. And kick your left heel out to the front. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, if you're gripping onto your toe, bow forward. 5 breaths. If you can today, just keep onto your knee, or you can just stay standing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to lift your chest up. With your exhale, bring your chin to your right shoulder when you open your left heel out to the side. And bring your chin aligned with your right shoulder. Balance here for 5, 4, 3. Strong breathing. 2. And 1. Good job. Back to the center. Inhale. Just one time forward. Exhale. Good. Release your hands to your hips for your standing balance. Extend your left leg forward. Everybody stand up. Extend your left leg forward. Lift your left leg parallel to the floor. 1. You got this. 2, 3, 4. Little higher. And 5. Bend your left knee. Release. Great job. Good. So next one is a half lotus pose. So go ahead and pull your right knee up. Grab onto your left ankle with your left hand. And you can stay here, pull your right shin up. Now, if you can go into your half lotus today, point your right toe up towards the ceiling. Put your right foot into your left groin. Draw your right knee down to point down towards the ground. Inhale here. With your exhale, slowly bring your right hand around your back and put your right hand to wrap around your right big toe. So this requires a lot of shoulder opening. If this is not happening today, don't worry. Just grab onto your foot from the front and stay here in your standing. Only if you're gripping onto your right big toe, you're going to bend your left knee, 4, bring your left hand down to the ground. And slowly straighten your left leg, straighten your back, and 4 forward in this position. Great job. Go Adha Baddha Padmasana. This is a half lotus position. Keep breathing in and draw your right knee down to open your lower back, open your hips. 4 and 5. When you come out, lift your chest. Exhale, bend your left knee. And inhale, slowly come back up. Keep the grip onto your right toe. And with your exhale, release your right leg gently. Yes. The other side, left foot up. Once again, you can grab onto your right shin and just stay. Or put your right foot down onto your right groin. Draw your left knee down. If you cannot find a bind with your left hand around your back, stay here the whole time. If you're binding onto your big toe, inhale. Exhale, bend your right knee. Right hand comes down right next to your right foot. Inhale here and exhale. 4, 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. You're going to lift your chest. Exhale, bend your right knee. Use your core, slowly come back to the standing to try to keep the grip onto your foot. And then exhale, now you're going to release. Great job. Inhale, reach all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, hinge at your hips and fall. 1, vinyasa here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Untuck your toes, upper facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Going into your chair pose, Utkatasana. So Utkatasana, we're going to stay this time for 5 breaths. Big toes and your knees together. Heels can be slightly apart. Bend your knees, tuck your elbow under. Activate your Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Really squeezing into the center, but lift your chest. Palms touch above your head. Arms completely straight in Ashtanga here. So draw your hips low. Look up towards your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hands come all the way down. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, chaturanga. Untuck your toes. And then exhale, down dog. Now you're going to step your right foot forward. Drop your left heel down. You're going to stay in your Warrior 1 Virabhadrasana A for 5 breaths. Palms touch above your head. Look up. So keep your gaze into your drishti this whole time as much as possible. But just cheat a little bit. Just look at your right knee. Right knee comes right on the top of your right ankle. Just check that and then bring your gaze back up to the sky. That's it. For 5. Sit down, tuck your tailbone under. 2. Turn your chest to face towards the front. Pull your right hip back a little bit. 3. Keep your left leg very strong, but sit down into your right knee a little bit. 4. Spine long. And 5. Now keep your gaze to your hands. You're going to pivot your feet over to the other side. So turn your right foot and left foot out to the back side of your mat and sit down into your left knee. Right leg is completely straight. For 1. 2. Keep your gaze over there. 3. Turn your left hip back. Tuck your tailbone. 4. Chest in a little bit. 5. Or you're going to open up to your warrior to reach your right arm back behind your left arm forward. Now open your right foot out just a little bit. Sit down. Open your left knee out to the pinky edge of your left foot for 5 breaths. Inner thigh is very active. Squeeze this mat towards the center by really energetic pull into the center. Reach through your fingertips and bring your gaze to your left fingertips. 3. Sit down. 4. 5. Turn your feet to the other side. Right knee bend. Right knee comes just on the top of your right ankle. Shoulders on the top of your hips. Bring your gaze to your right hand for 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Hands come all the way down. Step your right foot back. And chaturanga exhale. Untuck your toes. Upper facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to go into the lower series here. So I'm going to show you the jumping forward. Keep your hands really strong. Rotate your shoulders away. You're going to hop and bring your thighs towards your chest. So try that one time. That's it. Yeah. The next step is to cross your feet when that happens. Yeah, that's it. The next time, you're going to round your back so much to slow down the descent. You're going to drop your feet really slowly to the behind your hands. That's it. Now you're going to walk your feet forward and sit down. Back to your down dog. Eventually, you're going to keep practicing. You might be able to float your feet, hips, and slowly round your back and release your legs forward. Okay, so take lots of practice for this. Don't rush. Bring your hands right by your hips here, Dandasana. This is a very active pose. Palms come down. Activate your core, but keep your back super long. Crown of your head to chin to your chest. 5 breaths. Now, lift your heels just a little bit to activate your calf. You're going to drop your heels back down, but you keep activating your whole legs, entire spine, entire core. Very active pose. Chin slightly down towards your chest. And tuck your toes. Point your toes towards your face as much as possible. For 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lengthen. Paschimottanasana for 4. Grab onto your big toes with your peace fingers and your thumb. Inhale. With your exhale, bend your elbows. Slowly come forward. So this is the Paschimottanasana A. We're going to have 3 variations of your hands position. If this is a little bit difficult today, bend your knees, but grip onto your toes and slowly bring your chest forward. For 3, 4, 5. You're going to bring your chest up, inhale. Exhale, this time bring your hands to the outside of your feet and do the same thing. Lengthen, inhale. Exhale, bend your elbows, chin towards your shin. Good. So drishti, your gaze focus point is towards your toes, but you don't have to wrinkle your back too much. You're going to just kind of bring the crown of your head forward. You have the attention towards your toes. Sometimes your drishti does not mean the exact gaze, but really the direction of your attention going. 4 and 5. Lift your chest. This time, you're going to grab your left and left wrist with your right hand, really binding in here. If this is not happening today, just repeat your B or your A. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, forward fold. Once again, keep your drishti, your gaze or your focus point towards your toes. Keep reaching your head towards your toes. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, hands come down right next to your hips. Now we're going to do the jumping back. You're going to bring your hands down and cross your feet in towards your butt. So I'm going to show you a little bit of a different version of this. The first version, just bring your hands in front of your feet and you're going to just walk back, feet back. And come into your plank pose, go through your vinyasa. The next version is bring your hands down, really closely pull your heels towards your butt, round your back, really activate your belly. You're going to bring your hands down, just have a little quick lift by bringing your chest forward and bringing your hips and your feet back. Like this, inhale, exhale, drop your feet down, hips down, and going into the other side. So you have some options here. Now, if you can go a little bit deeper, bring your hands right next to your hips. Pull your heels towards your butt. Once again, round your back so much. With your inhale, you're going to bring your chest forward, hips back. Now, eventually, you're going to kick your feet back to your plank pose. Chaturanga, bend your elbow straight back at the same time. Untuck your toes for your cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Make sure when you land, you're going to bend your elbow straight back to your chaturanga landing. Good. So you're going to come forward once again by hopping and jumping through. Good job. So when you bring your feet down, bring your hands behind your hips. Fingers pointing forward. Purvottanasana, Eastern stretch. You're going to drop your feet down, bend your knees first to push your hips forward, lift your hips, and come to the tabletop position. Now from here, bring your shoulders just on the top of your wrists. Walk your feet just a little bit forward and straighten your legs. Now, you feel like you're going to have the little cramp in your toes, but you're going to try to bring your toes down. Yes. Good. So toes down, completely down towards the ground, and push your hips up, push your chest up, and let your neck go. Really strong position for your entire back. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly push your hips down. Once again, vinyasa, pull your heels towards your hips. Hands come down. Round your back. Round your back. Lift your hips with your inhale. Exhale to your chaturanga, bend your elbows straight back. Untuck your toes. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Good job. Hike your heels. Exhale, bend your knees. And jump through to the seated. Good. Now you're going into the really similar pose that you did earlier, half lotus. This time you are sitting down, so you might be able to go just a little bit deeper. Put your right foot to your left side groin and pull your right knee down towards your left knee. Bring your right hand around your back, grip onto your right big toe. Inhale here. Exhale and fall full. Left hand comes to the outside of your left foot. Keep your drishti to your left toe and slowly bow forward. Really great for your digestion. Now, if this is not happening today, once again, you can just stay up in your seated position and wait. Okay? Now, if this is not happening for your knee at all today, you can put your right ankle on the top of your left thigh too. Just 4 and 5, lift your chest up and slowly come back down. Now, in Ashtanga practice, we have this jumping back and forward. Each time we switch the right side and your left side, that creates that strong practice. But for this beginner series today, we're going to skip in between your right side and your left side so you can slowly build the strength. If you have a strength, you can take that right now. And put your left foot to your right thigh. Draw your left knee towards your right knee. Bring your left hand around your back. Grip onto your left toe. Now, it helps sometimes to use your right hand to pull your left knee towards your right knee. So you can stick your left toe out. And so you can grip onto it a little bit easier. Back to the center. Inhale. Exhale. Bow forward. Right hand comes to your right foot. And for a full relax your neck. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chest up, inhale, exhale, release. Go ahead and let's take vinyasa together. So cross your feet in, hands down by your side, and round your back with your inhale, lift up, and exhale, chaturanga. Untuck your toes, inhale, exhale, down dog. Good job. Slowly jump through to a seated once again. Pull your thighs towards your chest, cross your legs, round your back, and gently drop your hips down at the end. Bring your feet forward, bend your right knee, pull your right heel to the outside of your right hip, and sit down. Your right calf muscle is touching your right thigh here. Now, a couple tips. If this is really excruciating for your knees, don't do it. And you can also just open your knees a little bit wider. It might be a little bit easier for you. And you can also slide a slight blanket underneath your hip, left hip this time, so you have a little bit of a space. Yeah. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, bow forward. So your hand position in your Ashtanga is pretty specific here. If you are able to grip onto your foot, try to grip onto your left wrist with your right hand to the outside of your left foot. If you have the flexibility, elbows bent and bring your chest forward. Don't drop your elbows down to the floor. You're really engaging your core and lifting your chest forward towards your left foot. Now, if this is not happening today, grab onto your ankle and just slowly come forward. You can always use a tactic to bend your left knee just a little bit as well. For 5, okay, inhale, chest up, and then exhale, release, okay, and slowly change the side. Take vinyasa if you have the energy. Bend your left knee, pull your left heel to the outside of your left hip. Inhale, chest up, and then exhale, bow forward. Okay, left hand grab onto your right wrist and bring your elbows out to the side, chest forward, chin down. Gaze your drishti to your right toe. 1, 2, core engage, chest forward. 3, 4, 5. Chest up, inhale, exhale, hands down. Go ahead and bring your hands down, cross your feet in, and jump back, chaturanga. Untuck your toes, and exhale, down dog. Awesome job. Hike your heels, inhale, exhale, jump through to a seated. Okay, once you get here, Janushirshasana A. Bring your right foot to the inside of your left thigh. Open your right knee out to the side and turn your chest to face towards the left side. Inhale, chest up. And then exhale, slowly bow forward, chest forward. And bring your right hand to wrap around your left hand once again. Inhale here, exhale and fold. Breathe for 5. So you're opening your right knee at 90-degree angle. This is a great pose for your spine, but also your internal organs. You have a tiny twist to the left side so you can align the center of your chest to your left leg. So feel the tiny twist to the left side. Yeah. Keep your drishti, your gaze point, focus point to your left foot. Same thing applies pretty much for any of these 4 full positions. 2, 1. And slowly lift your chest. Exhale, release. Vinyasa if you have energy, or just switch the side. Right leg forward, bend your left knee, 90-degree angle. Inhale. Exhale for a fold. Grab onto your foot or grab onto your right wrist. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift your chest, inhale. Exhale, release. Let's take vinyasa. Lift your hips with your inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Untuck your toes. Exhale, down dog. Sit down once again. Janushirshasana B. You're going to do the same thing to enter. What you're going to do is you're going to lift your hips so you can sit down on the top of your right heel. Right heel comes just underneath your mula bandha. So the point that you're touching here right now with your right heel, that's your mula bandha, the very bottom of your torso. So just remember that really great activation and stimulation for your mula bandha. It might be a little bit uncomfortable at first, but really great stimulation for your bandha here. Inhale. With your exhale, turn your chest toward the left side and bow forward. Do the same grip as the beginning of your A position. Okay, for 3. 4, little bit deeper stretch into your back of your leg. And 5. Good job. Now lift your chest up, inhale. And then exhale, release. Vinyasa. Or switch the side. When you're going to the other side, right leg forward, bend your left knee to the Janu Sirsasana position. Lift your hips with your hands down and sit down on the top of your left heel. Okay. Open your left knee wide as much as possible, just a little bit, about 80 or 85 degree angle. Inhale here, exhale, bow forward. For 5 deep breaths. 3, 4, 5. Just up, inhale, exhale, release, vinyasa, lift your hips, inhale, exhale, straight back, and tuck your toes for your upper dog, exhale, downward facing dog, and slowly come to the seated position. Good, Janu Sirsasana seat. This is a little bit difficult, so listen carefully. Bring your right foot to your left hand. Grab onto your right shin. Now, what you're going to do is bring your right arm to the inside of your right shin like this. And you're going to put your right hand to the inside of your right ankle like this, yeah? So you're going to use this leverage to draw your right toe down towards the ground, right next to your left thigh. So this is kind of like you're wearing a high heels position, pressing your right heel into your left thigh. Now push your hips slightly forward towards your right foot and draw your right knee down. So this is a really difficult position, so don't stress too much in your day 1 of Ashtanga. It comes little by little. Your vinyasa gonna help you to create a little bit more flexibility into your right ankle and your left ankle. So just don't stress too much. It comes little by little here. Inhale. With your exhale, and draw your belly down and bow forward. Once again, find your bind of your hands. So you might notice your belly button or a little bit below is touching your right heel. So this is the point here. You want to actually find the stimulation of your body, stimulation of your internal organ. And 5, lift your chest and release. If you can, vinyasa or switch. If you are going into the other side, grab onto your left foot with your right hand. Slide your left arm underneath. Bring your left hand to the inside of your right foot. Turn your right heel up and left foot down. And push your hips forward. Draw your left knee down. Right foot is pointing up. Inhale here. And then exhale 2 for 4. You guys are doing great. For 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good job. Slowly lift your chest up and then exhale to release. Bring your feet in and hands down. Push back. Chaturanga. And tuck your toes. And then exhale, down dog. Okay, so Marichyasana sequence from here once again. Hop or jump through to a seated position. Bend your right knee. Put your right foot just about fist distance away from your left thigh. Pull your right knee towards your chest. Inhale here. Now what you're going to do is bring your right arm to the inside of your right thigh and reach your right arm forward. This is the first step. Now bend your right elbow and really squeeze your right shin with your right triceps. Now you're going to flip your right palm to face up toward the ceiling. You're going to bring your right hand around your back and bring your left arm around your back. Grab onto your left wrist with your right hand if you can, or just grab onto your fingertips. If this is not happening today, don't worry, your chest is opening up little by little. So use your towel to grab onto the opposite end. Yeah, find something to grab onto here. Inhale. Once again, keep your core bandha strong and slowly bow forward. You don't have to go too deep in this position. You want to really find your mula bandha activation and bring your chin forward. Bring your gaze to your drishti point, which is your toe. Keep opening your chest and bring your chest forward. 4, 5, great job, Marichyasana, chest up, inhale. And with your exhale, we're going to go through a little bit of a core strength here. Bring your hands down, squeeze your right shin with your arm, and lift your hips up. And then exhale down. We're going to have vinyasa here, but we're going to skip for this class. Bend your left knee this time. Do the other side. Reach your left arm forward. Bend your left elbow. Flip your left palm to face up. Bring your right arm around you. Grab onto your hands or your fingertips or toe. Inhale. Exhale. Bow forward. Keep the core strong. Head forward for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, chest up, and then exhale, release once again, hands down. Lift your hips, use your core, push your hips back, and then exhale down. Go ahead and take your regular vinyasa from here. Pull your heels towards your butt, and chaturanga with your exhale. Untuck your toes, and then exhale, down dog. Come through to a seated. And Marichyasana B. So B position is really difficult. So I'm going to show you the modification first. Modification is bend your left knee. Put your left heel to touch your right buttocks almost. And put your right heel down. And you're going to do the same thing for your arms. Reach your right arm forward and wrap your arms around. So this is a modification for those who have a little bit of tightness in your back, your hips, and your knees. So the final position is your left foot comes into your half lotus. And you're going to do the same thing. Bend your right knee. Keep pointing your right toe up towards the ceiling and draw your left knee down to touch the ground. And slowly bring your chest forward, bring your right arm forward, and wrap your body around into the same arm variation. And chest forward, chin down. Through 5 deep breaths here. And 5. Lift your chest, release your arms, and vinyasa usually, or just release for this class. Put your right foot down for your modification, bend your left knee, wrap your left arm around, or put your right foot into your half lotus, bend your left knee, pull your left hip towards the left heel, draw your right knee down. Pull your left arm forward, bend your left elbow, wrap your arms, inhale, and then exhale, bow forward. So Ashtanga is in a set count. I'm explaining a lot of things in words, so we are not in a traditional counts. But eventually, you are just only going to stay for 5 breaths. So entering has to be very quick and efficient. So it just comes in time, so don't stress too much about it now. But eventually, you're just going to come in with your 1 exhale and 5 breaths to stay. Inhale, chest. Exhale, release. Release your legs. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, chaturanga. Untuck your toes for your upper dog. And then exhale, down dog. Good job, guys. Slowly come forward. Marichyasana B, almost there. So bend your right knee, right next to your left thigh this time. Point your left toe up towards the ceiling. Now you're twisting this and bring your right hand behind your back. Hook your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh and wrap your left arm around your back. Bring your right arm around you and clasp your hands. Chest out, chest up, and bring your gaze to your right shoulder. For 5 deep breaths. Once again, this is a great position to really feel the strength of your spine and your core. So just round your tailbone under just a little bit and bring your chest back even more, feeling into your nice core strength. 4, 5. Back to the center, gaze forward, and inhale to lift for your vinyasa, or going into the other side. Left foot down right next to your right thigh. Hook your right elbow to the outside of your left thigh, and wrap your right arm around, left arm around, chest up a little, and turn your chest a little bit more towards the back. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to the center and release. Take a vinyasa. And exhale, down dog. Come through to seated. last pose before Navasana. So you're gonna combine everything together for this Marichyasana D. If you this only your B position, put your left foot down to the ground for this modification. If you're modifying, bend your left knee, put your left foot down, right knee up. And you're going to twist your toes, so hook your left elbow to the outside of your right knee and wrap your arms around. And stay here for 5 breaths. If you can go deeper, do the same thing with your B. You're going to come to the Haklo test with your left foot down. Put your right foot down. Draw your left knee down. And then from here, you're going to twist. Hook your left elbow around your right thigh. And it's a really deep twist here. And wrap your left hand around your shin. Right hand around your back. You are flipping your left palm up to face towards the ceiling. This is the key to bring your left hand around. And you can bind from here. If you don't flip your palm, you cannot find this kind of nice bind position. But bind comes with the practice, so don't worry too much about it. Once again, you can always use a towel or anything that's around you. This is a great pose to practice towards the second series. So usually this is a really advanced pose that people practice for years and to come to this final expression. And slowly come back. And to the other side, right foot down for your modification, left knee up, twist. Or put your right foot in, bend your left knee, draw your right knee down. Once again, hook your right elbow really deep. Flip your right palm to face towards the ceiling. And then bring your right hand around your back. Bring your left hand around your back. Gaze back. For 3. 2, strong breathing. 1, and back to the center. Release and pull your heels towards your butt and chaturanga with your exhale. Great job. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, down dog. So 5 both here before going into your closing series. Come back to the seated. You're gonna immediately bring your feet up, stretch your legs, squeeze your thighs together, palms facing forward, chest up. So round your lower belly in to activate your core, but lift your chest up. 5 breaths here. 3, 4, and 5. Close your feet in towards your back. Now you're going to bring your hands down. You're going to do the lift. Inhale, lift chest forward, hips back. Exhale, hips down for the second round. We have 5 rounds of this. For 1, 2, try to keep your knees together, feet together, gaze to your toes. 3, 4, 5. Feet in, hands down, lift up. Exhale down for the third round. You got this. 1. Strong breathing. 2, 3, 4, 5. Feet in, hands down, lift up. You got this. Just 2 more. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Feet in, hands down, lift up. And last round. For 5. Slow breathing. 4, 3. Feet together, legs together. And 3, 2, 1. Feet in, close to each other, and jump back to your chaturanga this time. Untuck your toes, open your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. And come to the seated position. Closing.
Hey, great job, guys. So this was the half of the Ashtanga primary, the first series, and we're gonna go into the abbreviated version on the closing part of it. So the beginning, the standing series, and the closing always comes no matter what series you're doing. So even if you get to like a advanced series, you're still gonna go through the closing series. So I'm gonna cut out the headstand practice, because headstand practice can be a little bit challenging for beginners. So I'm gonna cut out of that, but if you have that headstand practice, and you can go ahead and include that in your home practice. Okay,
We're gonna start with 3 back bend, 3 Ardha 4-wheel pose. Now, if you do not have the 4-wheel practice today, you can start with the bridge pose. If you're going into your bridge pose, bring your feet closer to your sit bones, your hips. And feet are open at hips distance, not wider than that. Okay. Now keep your inner arch activated and tuck your tabandha. Slowly push your hips up, chin away from your chest. Wiggle your shoulders under, interlace your fingers, and stay here for 5 breaths. And we're gonna take a 1 breath and go into 3 rounds, 5 breaths for each of them. You're going into your four-wheel pose. Bring your hands right by your head, fingers pointing towards your shoulder, and bring the palms down, elbows closer to each other, and slowly lift your chest up and press up so that bring the crown of your head down. You can stay here or push all the way up by straightening your arms completely. Shoulders come just on the top of your wrist. We're going to stay here for 5 breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now from here, you're going to put the crown of your head down only. As much as possible, keep the feet down and just rest here, just 1 breath. And going into the second round, just press up from here. If you can bring your feet in a little closer towards your hands, do that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Once again, crown of your head down only and push up for the third round for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Walk your feet out, chin to your chest, and come all the way down. Good job. So once you come down, we have a chakrasana, just somersault back to come out of the pose. So bring your hands by your ears and just bring your feet up toward the sky. What you're going to do is with the momentum, bring your feet back over your head. And you're going to straighten your legs immediately and just walk your hands forward to go through your vinyasa. If this is a little too much today, don't worry about it. Just sit up and do the vinyasa. Okay? And now once again, bring your feet forward and lay down. Now we're going to go into your shoulder stance. So watch my shoulder stance instruction here, new to shoulder stance. There are so many modifications for this. So if you are not going into your shoulder stance, if you have any eye injury, glaucoma, high blood pressure, or any eye surgeries, right? Shoulder injury, neck injury, any of that, and then you are not going into inversion. If that's the case, go ahead and bring that mat a little closer toward the wall. Bring your legs on the wall and just rest there with your legs on the wall pose. We also have the video instruction for that, so check it out. So in Ashtanga Yoga especially, we do not practice here, lady, for the first 3 days of your cycle. The reason being that we really rely on bandha, so we do not want to contract that area that your body is naturally trying to let go of. Right, and so during those 3 days of the first 3 days of your cycle, just going into this pose. Okay. Now, other than that, you're going into a shoulder stance. So bring your hips up and immediately support your low back, fingers pointing up. Once you get there, wiggle your shoulders under. Bring your elbows a little closer to each other, and bring your chin away from your chest. Make sure you have a little space behind your neck. Now, closing series, we're gonna start to breathe 10 breaths instead of 5 from here. So start to breathe and don't look around. Just look at your thighs and just keep your focus to your breaths. 10 breaths from here. So another reason that we don't want to practice for the first 3 days of your cycle here, lady, is that your body is naturally having a downward trend. You're really letting go and draining down all the old energy, right? Ashtanga Yoga is really uplifting practice. If you notice the Mula Bandha, the root lock, and Uddiyana Bandha, your lower belly contraction, those are, Uddiyana Bandha means upper lifting energy. So what it is doing is that to pull the energy in and up. So it really contradicts with what natural body movement is happening during those cycle. And so make sure that you just take a break. It's okay to take a break or have a restorative practice or something like that during those days. Otherwise, you just kind of contradict the energy flow, okay? Now here, down with your 10 breaths, you're going to go into your halasana pose. Bring your feet over your head. And if you can, arrange your fingers behind your back once your feet touch the ground. So in Ashtanga Yoga practice, you are not going to tuck your toes in halasana. Keep your toes released so that front part of your toes touching the ground and just gently stretching your toes here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Karnapidasana. Bring your knees to the outside of your ears and squeeze your head with your knees. So this is a great massage for your back. Draw your shin bones towards the floor. Again, 10 breaths here. And now once you're done with your 10 breaths, slowly release your toes and bring your hands on your back once again and bring your feet all the way up to that shoulder stance once again. Once you get to your shoulder stance, we're going to go into the Ardha Padmasana. So go ahead and bring your right foot to your left thigh and bring your left foot to your right thigh. And you're going into your lotus position. You can stay with your hands on your back if you're a little unstable. Eventually, you're going to use your back muscle to keep your hips right on the top of your shoulders and bring your hands on your knees here. Go ahead and keep your knees at the level of your hips as much as possible. And breathe here once again, 10 breaths. So rather than just pushing, you're keeping your knees lifted with that own body strength. So just gently, softly touch your knees. Okay, now you're going to close this little thing. So you're going to bring your knees over to your chest and hug your thighs with both of your arms. Your balance might be challenged if you need to hold on to your back. Other than that, you just can grab onto your knees, or maybe you can grab onto your hands. Slowly bring your hands down to the ground and roll your back down. Matsuyasana fish pose, bring your knees down. What you're going to do is keep your lotus position, knees come down to the floor. Immediately use your elbows to lift your chest up, bring the crown of your head down, and so that you can lift your chest up to the sky into this fish pose. Keep your gaze back and keep your gaze towards the extension of your nose. Breathe fully into your chest. Once again, 10 breaths. And slowly keep your head right there. Release your legs only and bring your feet and your legs together straight out to the front. And what you're going to do is bring your palms together as well and bring your arms completely straight. Extend your arms in the same direction as your legs. Your legs and your arms are maybe about 30 to 40 degree angle from the ground. Not too higher, not too just saggy. Go ahead and keep your knees completely straight. Use your lower belly to keep this nice angle. Once again, 10 breaths. Keep breathing into your chest and lift your chest as much as possible. Bring your hands forward and point your toes. Keep your gaze to your nose. 3, 2, 1, and release your hands down. Keep your feet lifted and going into your somersault. Once again, a chakrasana. Bring your feet over your head and bring your hands by your ears. Push back and walk towards your vinyasa. Or if you are not doing that, just go ahead and go through your regular vinyasa. Okay. So in a regular practice, we have a headstand for this next 10 breaths, but we're going to skip today as this is a beginner class. So go ahead and come to a seated position. We're going to go into your lotus position once again. Right foot first to your left thigh and put your left foot to your right thigh. Now we are going into bind from here. The modification first is the grabbing onto your opposite elbow so you can keep opening your chest and your shoulders. Now the final expression is to bring your left hand around your back first and grab onto your right big toe. Bring your right arm next behind your back and grab onto your right big toe from behind. So this can be a little bit challenging at first, so if you cannot do that, go ahead and grab onto the opposite elbows, or also you can wrap the strap or your towel around your toes, grab onto those ends. Inhale, chest up. With your exhale, slowly bow forward. Go ahead and tuck your tailbone under a little bit and bring your chest forward into forward position. Once you get there, slide your chin slightly forward and bring your chin down towards the ground. Pull your shoulders back and 10 breaths here. Good. Keep breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lift your chest up and keep your lotus legs here. This time we're gonna go into the Padmasana. Bring that first 2 fingers of your hands together, your thumb and your index finger, the other 3 fingers together. You're gonna put the back of your hands down on your knees and to roll your fingertips down towards the ground. And draw your shoulders down. Keep your lower belly and keep your Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha, very activated shoulders down, crown of your head, toe, chin slightly down, and you're gonna strongly breathe for next 10 breaths. This is a very, very active pose. So don't let your shoulders to just kind of go out. Don't let your chest to stick out too much. Keep your back very strong. Keep your back completely straight. Another 10 breaths. This is one of the most important poses, so keep your focus to the center and your fingers are drawing down to the ground as your old energy, then any negative energy is drawing out through this tip of your fingertips. Good job. The final pose, bring your hands by your hips. Let's go Utiputihi. So you're going to pull your knees towards your chest. You're going to round your back and tuck your tailbone under. What you're going to do is just like a jumping back, bring your chest forward and hips back so you can lift your hips off the ground. We're going to stay in this position for 10 strong breathing. So lift up with your inhale for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your hips down and come down. Release your legs out to the front. And you're going to lay down for your final relaxation, Shavasana. So go ahead and lay down. No vinyasa in between here. Just lay down. And palms facing up. Relax your back. Relax your feet. Take a big breath in and hold at the very top. And then exhale out through your mouth. No more ujjayi breaths here. So just relax into Shavasana as long as you can. Great job, guys. Namaste.